Sande Charles with FanRag Sports, joined by Dan Gavitt, Vice President of NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Okay, first time Final Four has ever been in Arizona. What can the fans really expect?
Well, Phoenix and the Valley of the Sun do such an incredible job with major events. Historically, they've been more football focused, Super Bowl, bowl games, CFP. So we're excited to bring basketball at the highest level, the Final Four level, to Phoenix. Phoenix has been a fantastic site for regionals for the basketball championship over the years. But I think fans will love the fact that it's a multi-day event, a Saturday semifinals, Monday championship game. So fans will be here for a long weekend. There are events that start right away on Friday and go all the way through Monday. For local fans, most of those events are free or very low cost for families. Fan Fest, March Madness Music Festival. So it's a weekend to mark on the calendar for sure, and there's just an endless amount of activities for local fans to enjoy.
Now you touched on it a little bit, but what makes Arizona so appealing that the Final Four wanted to be here?
Well, a couple things. One is we haven't had the opportunity to host the Final Four in the West since 1995 in Seattle. So to be able to bring the tournament back to the West Coast after over 20 years is really special. It's a national championship and it should move around the country. But secondarily and most importantly, it's a fantastic place to be in the spring, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the weather is off the charts. So much of our membership comes from the northern part of the country, from the upper Midwest and the Northeast and upper Northwest and areas of the country that are experiencing cold and snow. And so to be able to come here for guaranteed great weather and incredible spring break experience,
yes.
It's going to be awesome.
Now, what is your favorite event? Kind of leading up to the tournament, do you have a favorite event?
In basketball overall, or in
one of the events that will be here during the Final Four.
I would have to say March Madness Music Festival.
Okay.
We don't announce the acts until we get into February,
okay.
probably. But if you look at who has performed at March Madness Music Festival over the years, it's like A-list who's who. It's unbelievable. From Kenny Chesney to Maroon 5 and Jimmy Buffett and Bruce Springsteen, and so fans should keep an eye out for those announcements because it's going to be fantastic, and the concerts are free.
That was going to be one of my questions, if you could give us a sneak peek, but okay, we will respect that. So lastly, just why is the Final Four so special?
Well, it's been going on now for over 75 years, and I think it's one of the most unique sporting events in the entire world, frankly, because for 68 teams, they can all dream to win a national championship. 4, of course, make it to Phoenix. But really, it all starts at the beginning of the season in November, where there's over 350 Division I schools that can make the tournament and have a hope to advance all the way to the national championship. That's not the way it is in most every other major sporting event. It's David versus Goliath. It's the most democratic with a small d event maybe in the world. And so, whether it's Northern Arizona that could make this field and advance all the way to Phoenix, or U of A that's been there and won national championships before, it's an event that all fans can dream about being a part of.
I know I said last question, but in all of that, in talking in the committee, when you're really selecting and there's just two teams that you just cannot decide between, and stats, it's pretty even, how do you decide?
Well, ultimately, when it comes to selection of the at-large teams, the committee is charged with picking the 36 best teams. So their ultimate decision when it comes down to one team versus another is who's the best team. And that can be debated until the end of the end of time as to what team is the best team. But they focus on just that. If you had to play one or the other, who would you less like to play? And through all the watching of games they do, through all the metrics that measure the strength of teams, they make their best selection as to who that best team is, and that best team is the one that advances to the tournament.
I bet everyone would like to be a fly on the wall.
Those are interesting debates for sure.
Thank you so much. We look forward to the Final Four.
Thank you. Great being with you.